Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Catherine,
Yes,
please
you
let me
are.
confirm I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. My apologies about joining late.
Can hear you.
I'm actually joining from the venue of a program, okay, thank you very much. And apologies about that, but we'll work on making sure that this event lasts, this event happens. So first, I want to congratulate everybody. Congratulate us all for getting to this stage of the program. You are right now at what we call the last stage. And this is the and more on funding. Our mentors, thank you so much. I see all our mentors in the house. The prof is here, Ido. Sir, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. It's always wonderful. I see Franklin also in the house. Thank you so much. Gabriel, thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys for being part of Founder Institute and supporting us all this while. Thank you so much. Our mentors will be shedding light on fund repair to fundraise. Before I go on, also apologies, please. I'm in a tent in an exhibition, so it's a bit, it might be a bit really crazy. So let me switch on my cameras. I mean, you all know. So apologies if you hear some stuff. My system isn't working properly. So I'm making use of my phone, but I'm also looking at my system. So today the mentors will be preparing us on fundraising from investors. They'll be talking about the most viable funding options available for new startups. What are the different types of investors you should expect to see with respect to progress with your team, your product, and your traction. And then they're also going to talk to us about how long it takes to raise those various types of funds, how much time you need to dedicate to fundraising. A lot of us would think that, I'm out of the institute and I just walk out and fund comes out. I'm sure mentors like Franklin, who have walked the rope, Idowu and Gabriel, who have done all of this, will tell you it's not that easy. Then also how you set up your cap table, how to identify friendly investors. Identifying investors is very important for us. How to identify friendly investors, how to test your pitch, and then how to also update your pitch as you go on. And then finally, they'll tell us how to know when you are ready to fundraise. Because I'll take it from me, people, not everybody is ready for fundraising. So you need to know, am I ready for fundraising? Am I ready to move into that area of fundraising? And, our mentors today will talk to us all about that. So guys, welcome to today's session. I'd love to say I'm taking the session remotely. So we'll go on immediately. I would quickly introduce our mentors today, our panelists today. Idowu Akinde is no new person to us. Kathleen, please drop his LinkedIn. I expect us all to be following all of these mentors as at now. Idowu Akinde is no new person to us. We all know him very well. And he's been with us. He's been mentoring most of our sessions. And Idowu is the CEO of Bolian Labs. We refer to him fondly around in this space. We refer to him as the coach. He's also the founder of a digital co-creation firm called Bolian Labs. And he has nearly 2 decades of experience leading multi-million-dollar product teams. He brings to table today a deep understanding of digital product development. And if you follow him on LinkedIn, you'll see that he's a speaker at a lot of events, startup building events, digital product development. Ido, welcome to the team. Welcome to the session. What I love so much about Idowu is the passion at which he presents ideas. He would, he's telling you this. So Idowu, thank you so much. We also have Franklin. Franklin is one of our very, very regular mentors. I mean, you've been seeing Franklin regularly in most of our sessions. Is a co-founder of Vitamin C and S Coaching. Please drop Franklin's LinkedIn. I expect that by now we'll be connecting with Franklin. He's a financial consultant, project manager, business consultant, is into executive coaching, strategic planning, and is a go-to in all of this area. Is a mentor with Tony Elumelu Foundation, also the Bridge for Billions and the VC for A. Since 2020 is the mentoring in all of this program. So it brings in that wealth of experience, mentoring and coaching. And also, finally, we have Gabriel Ekwere, also on the call tonight. Gabriel is the Vice President Operations for Global Innovations Institute. That's the Nigerian chapter. Is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants. So when you're talking about accounting, financial management, taxation, that is a person to go to. Is graduated from the Rivers State University of Science and Technology, and he has had over 25 years of experience in the private and public sector of the economy. Is an author, a retired general manager for audit for the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. And so, guys, welcome to the call right now, and we're so happy to have you all, Franklin, Idowu, and also Gabriel. Thank you so much. So we'll move on to the next item right now, which is the presentation by the working group presentation. Working group presentation. So which one of you is going? We have just two of you. The performance and the flyers.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Yes, go on.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. We had our meeting, and that's the Flyers group. We had our meeting on Sunday as at 5 p.m., which lasted about an hour. During the meeting, we spoke about today's topic, that is raising investments. And we had a fantastic time whereby Emmanuel Idili took us through the conversation on how to raise investments. Emmanuel has been able to grow his company to the point of seed, whereby he has experience interacting with investors. So he graciously took us down that journey, interacting with investors, finding the right people to do business with, some kind of character traits we should look forward to. He also made us understand that our business or working with an investor is as good as entering into a marriage. So you need to be very much careful as to whoever you're investing in your business. And also, not only are you collecting from them monies, but other than the monies that they're giving to you, what else are they going to be giving to you? Are they giving to you hours? Are they giving to you access to resources and the likes? Then there was also a question which came up on founders' initial investment. That is, as a founder who has been bootstrapping my organization up until this point, and investment enters into the company, how can I be able to get back the monies which I had previously spent in growing the business to the point of where it is right now? Yeah, hello, sir. Oh, okay. The question
go on, we
was,
hear you. Continue, we hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So how do I get the monies which I've previously invested in the business right now? And Emmanuel made us understand that that's the risks of being a founder. That we already operate in a high growth terrain, whereby with in the blink of an eye, you could get like $1 million being invested in your company and all. So, but investors, they need some kind of assurance, they need some kind of confidence that, oh, you on your own part, prior to the investment, you've already walked the walk, you've invested not only your resources, but also your time, your sweat and all of that. And that's one the best ways to build investors' confidence. So it's necessary for us as founders to take on that risk, to take on that responsibilities of investing of all, ensuring growth within our companies, but whereby you're still looking forward to getting your initial investment back. One way to go about getting it back would be by selling some parts of your company to third-party to other stakeholders or other shareholders. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emma. What about the next working group?
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Balogun Batunde, and we held our meeting past Sunday, 5 p.m. also for an hour. So we discussed about several challenges we're facing and how we can, scale through. And we also discussed about the updates on each of our startups. This will be plans, is expecting to launch a startup on Friday. Apple and iOS. So Mr. Suleiman discussed about his own product, thinking about recruiting more engineers, and we have to give him advices as regards him being able to the trust issues he has with respect to his fintech idea. So we told him about signing a non-disclosure agreement, trying to consult an external senior developer for the testing of the applications and amongst others. We also have Abdul Jalal, who is actually discussing about his own finances, trying to see how we can the model that best works for his products. So he's already in the market, but he's trying to see, trying to test several models to see the best that will scale him for the next 18 months to achieve his $1 million valuation. And that's pretty much of what we discussed in the meeting. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. So that's good. You are the final stage now. I would encourage you guys not to break the discussions in the working group. There are always a lot of opportunities for partnerships, collaborations with yourself and whatnot. So good work, guys. Okay, so we're moving quickly to the hot seats. We have 4 people presenting today. You know yourself, right? You know yourself. Mohammed Shamshuddin, Tokwe Batley, Emmanuel Edili, and Christopher Maman. I'll repeat again. Mohammed Shamshuddin, Tokwe Batley, Emmanuel Edili, and Christopher Maman. Are you guys all ready? We'll be taking the presentations in that order, and then we'll be giving, our mentors will be giving us feedback and also scoring using the scoring link. So, Mohammed Shamshuddin, you know the drill, 5 minutes.
I can't remember how to do statistics. It is a huge market. But I'll confirm to us that even my final position as a
he's not on the call.
He's not on the call.
No.
Okay. Tokwe sent a message. I hope we're not losing steam at this point, guys. I hope we're not losing steam at this point. Okay. Okay, so we would have Emmanuel Edili and Christopher Maman. Before we move on, Emmanuel Edili, Emma, are you ready?
Let me upload my.
Emmanuel Idili, are you ready to present?
Yes, I'm working. Let me upload my presentation.
Okay. Okay, great. You get feedback from Franklin.
Okay.
And I'll be timing you from my end here. Because of the device I'm using, I'm having problems connecting. So I'll be timing you manually. So you won't see your timer running. You won't see the timer clock running on my screen. But be sure I'm timing you and you have 5 minutes and you get feedback from Franklin. Thank you.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is clear. Once you start presenting, I would start timing you.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Emmanuel Idili, co-founder of ChangeApp. ChangeApp is a simple revolutionary app that lets stores give customers digital change instead of physical cash. In the United States alone, 15 billion in loose change is dispensed annually. This creates significant inconvenience for consumers and costs retailers billions in operational inefficiencies. For example, $3 billion is spent on change orders and $6 billion is lost due to the cost associated with opening cash registers before any sale. ChangeApp simplifies transactions and reduces costs for both consumers and merchants by converting physical change into digital change. ChangeApp addresses the issues related to physical change by allowing merchants to provide digital change through seamless integration with existing POS systems like Clover and Verifone. This approach not only makes transactions faster, more secure, and hassle-free for customers, but it also provides strong return on investment for merchants by saving costs and improving operational efficiency. The market potential for ChangeApp is significant. Our TAM is $505 million, which is based on 2% transaction fee on $42 billion total change dispensed annually. Our SAM is $209 million, which is based on 2% transaction fee on $17 billion change dispensed by Gen Zs and millennials annually. And then our SOM is 10 million, which is 5% of our serviceable addressable market. Why now? Gen Z's liquidity is projected to reach 30 trillion by 2030, with strong brand loyalty towards alternative payment methods. In 2024, 19% of all payments in the United States were made in cash, which highlights the ongoing need for solutions like ChangeApp. Our new revenue model is designed to make ChangeApp profitable. A $15 monthly subscription fee for merchants, a 2% transaction fee for change transactions under $10, and then a 10-cent charge for change transactions above $10. This new model is expected to generate $2 million in annual revenue. From April 2023, in just 3 months, we processed over 35,000 in transaction value, onboarded 85 merchants and 450 users. We've also completed a contract agreement just 2 days ago with Checkbook to provide us with payments as a service, which significantly reduces our operational costs and enables us to scale effectively. We are currently in partnership talks with Visa and integrating with Clover and Verifone devices. Our media presence includes features on Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, Business Insider, and Fox 5. ChangeApp stands out against competitors like Acorns, Cash App, and PayPal by offering a unique cash-to-digital payment method, simplifying cash register management for merchants and eliminating the need for physical change for consumers. Our go-to-market strategy includes confirming our partnership with PJ's Coffee for a nationwide rollout in 150 outlets, focusing on sales to large and medium-sized retail chains, improving brand recognition, nationwide SEO and social media campaigns, promotional giveaways like a 2-month free subscription, And we also going on Fox 5 News campaign for the Washington, D.C. area. Our team consists of experienced professionals. I'm a co-founder, experienced entrepreneur, business strategist. We have Chidum Okwe, who's the co-founder with 20 plus years in technology planning. He worked at Boeing and CNN. Abdul Balogun, managing partner, is former vice president at American Express. And Afua Jimmy, who's an investment strategist with 22 plus years in mergers and acquisitions. Well, we are raising 1 million to achieve key milestones, including reaching over 100,000 active users per month with an ARR of 2 million. We have initially raised about over $400,000 to bring us to go live and actually go and do our product market fit. The funds will be allocated as follows: product development 30%, marketing and sales 30%, operations 20%, and compliance and legal 15%, and then our reserve fund 5%. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Right on time, Emma. Okay, so we'll get feedback from Franklin. I think we'll get feedback from both, since we have just two presenters on ground. We'll get feedback from both mentors. So Franklin, you could go first, sir.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel, for your presentation. What I like, you were very fluent during your presentation and very clear. You were likable during your presentation, and you have already achieved a good traction with your product and good partnerships that I would say is a key competitive advantage for your success. So I have identified some points that I think if you improve it while doing your pitch, it can make your pitch more relevant. Well, when you are presenting your pitch, there are a lot of things that you are presenting, but you are not justifying maybe why you have made that choice, the key assumption. For example, when you are presenting your market size, you are saying that you are taking 5% of the addressable market. I don't know what is behind that decision, that choice. I don't know what statistics are pushing you to do that. But on other points, like when you are doing presenting, for example, your business model. So maybe what are your key assumptions that that justify maybe the choice of the business model that you are using? So there are some points in your pitch while doing the delivery. It will be good, for example, to justify why, so that it can give confidence to the investors. And also, I would like to see your financial projections, maybe for the next 1 to 3 years. You're asking money, but you are not seeing your financial projections. So even if money is available, what confidence are you giving us? What is the return on investment in your business? So there's not a lot of clarity on that. I think if you could add that, it would be great. And also maybe the exit strategy for potential investors that would like to join your business. So thank you for your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think Mr. Sherwin is out of the room. Okay, so the next person on the list is Christopher Maman. Okay, and you'll be getting feedback from Mr. Gabriel. So ready when you are. Mr. Chris, are you ready?
Can you see my screen?
It's duplicated. You have to go to your page. Yes.
That's it now, right? Okay.
Yes, I can.
So,
Ready? Okay.
Yeah, should I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Chris Maman. I'm the founder of Trickle. Trickle is a banking app that helps tenants achieve financial stability without stress. A lot of us have been in that situation where we defaulted, almost defaulted in our rental payment or that financial obligation, not because we were broke, but because we spent time doing other things that we don't remember to put aside money for this particular obligation. I've been there severally, and so it's over 60% of Nigerian tenants who struggle to consistently meet up with their rental payments despite significant daily spending. This has led to over 2 million households and businesses facing eviction annually due to rental debt. And all of these are caused by poor personal finance management. That's why we developed Trickle. Trickle is an AI-driven mobile banking app that automatically saves a fraction of users' everyday transactions, such as cash transfer and bills payments, thereby making savings effortless. It also uses artificial intelligence to help manage the finances of users by setting budgets and sending notification through SMS and emails when you overshoot your budget. And finally, when your savings is not enough to meet up with your rental payment, the system automatically connects you to rated licensed lenders that give you flexible rent loans. Our user-friendly mobile app and debit card ensures seamless intra-bank and interbank transfer, easy bills and utility payment, consistent savings, effective budget notification, and access to microloan. Our market is large and juicy and it's been driven by two factors. One is the acceptance or growth of increased adoption of digital financial services in the country. According to NIBS, 400 billion dollars was processed from 11 billion transactions in 2023. The second factor is the increase of urbanization in Nigeria. Our town is growing at about 4.5% annually. This is driving an increased demand for housing, especially rental option. And so our SOM is just $40 million, looking at 2% initial market penetration. We have launched a pilot version of this project and we're able to acquire 1,100 users in a very short time, generated $500 in revenue. Now we partner with the bank to launch the open loop version that will see our app integrated into the Nigerian banking system. With this, we intend to be charging 0.7% on all outbound payments and 2 to 5% on bills and utility. So we are operating a transaction fee model. And so we're able to project that within the first 1 year, we will achieve 70,000 users, which we shall grow to 6 million within 5 years. This will see our revenue grow from $840K to $72 million in 5 years. And to achieve this, we intend to use both online and offline channels, especially social media, SEO, and affiliates. And for the offline, we intend to partner with merchants to onboard their customers via an in-shop loyalty program. Yes, we have competitors, but we stand out with our user programmable card and app, our niche focus on rent, our spend to earn reward system, and our AI-driven personal finance manager. I have a team that can deliver effectively. This is my first startup and I come with tons of experience. My CFO, Messi, has 10 experience in the bank and has a background in accounting. My CTO is a tech guy that has done several of such projects. And Jerry, my CEO, has experience from 2 previous startups. We are seeking 65K in funding to launch our open loop version and achieve an initial milestone of 10K MRR in 3 months. After which we shall need 65K and 200K in 2 other funding to achieve 70K MRR in 12 months, at which point we hope to raise $2 million in seed, and then that will help us drive traction to 300K MRR in 30 months. At this point, we hope to raise $7 million in Series A. This initial fund will be used for marketing and publicity, operational expenditures, and product development. Trickle is making personal finance management easy so tenants can achieve financial stability without stress. Please join us on this journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chris. So we'll be getting feedback from Mr. Gabriel.
Okay, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I like your problem identification because truly in Nigeria we have issues of tenancy disagreements. If I tell you, I know friends that are already in court at the moment and the thing drags. So I think it's a niche that is being created and I like that. And the proposition is also interesting how you are projecting, also understanding that you have competition in the market, and then you are already packaging yourself to be able to meet that competition. I think the market is there, and but I also believe that in areas of convincing the investors, they need to clearly see what is in it for them. Of course, you know, it's not a philanthropy. They need to understand clearly that, okay, this is what they will get over time. And I believe with the points that you have raised, I think you have supporters, and you are already convincing me to be part of it.
Thank you, sir.
So I wish you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, so sir, what score are you giving him? A 1, 2, 4, or 5?
I didn't get that.
What score are you giving him? 1, 2, 4, or 5?
I'll give him 4.
4. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So we'll go right to the, hold on, please. Okay, so we'll go right onto the mentor presentations. We'll be getting brief talks from Mr. Franklin and Mr. Gabriel. So we can begin with Mr. Franklin, if you're ready. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Yes, for the presentation, I would prefer that we, instead of having the presentation, we have Q&A sessions that are focused on the areas that you would like to have enlightenment about startup funding, so that we can better, so that we can do a presentation that is tailored maybe to your needs and to your concerns actually regarding funding your startups.
Okay.
So, yes,
Okay.
so I open the floor for the questions,
All
please.
right, founders, if you have any questions, please indicate by a show of hands and we'll take them one after the other. Okay, any questions? You can also type your questions in the chat box.
I'm not seeing the questions.
Yeah,
The
good afternoon,
questions.
Franklin. Yes, so I have a question. I just needed clarity, right? I read
Yeah.
on entrepreneur.com, I read an article about why you shouldn't rush to
Yeah.
raise funds. Yes. So more like they were
Yeah.
encouraging bootstrapping and saying as early founders, we shouldn't take that pressure of trying to perform to meet deadlines for investors and all. So as someone as experienced in the industry, what would you advise? Should we work towards actively getting investors, or should we just bootstrap until we are stable to an extent before we seek for funds? Thank you.
Okay. So before answering the question, I will just review the different startup financing options. So for the startup financing options, I could divide them in 3 groups. The first group is equity financing. The second group is debt financing. And the third group is about alternative financing method. So regarding the equity financing method, you can use your personal savings. You can go to VC, ventures capitals, angel investors, and for debt financing, you have several options like friends, relatives, bank, other commercial lenders, commercial finance companies, lease, bonds, and also some government programs. And alternative financing, you may have grants and other options that are available out there. I will say that when you are looking for the funding for your business, you will like it's good that you choose the type of funding that is that fit the business type that you are working with, that fit your values as a founder, and that fit I would say the risk level and the opportunity that your business can offer. So for example, if you have a business model that is already generating revenues and you have assets, one of the best methods to finance your business would be instead to take maybe debts from the bank, because equity financing is usually dilutive. So what means dilutive? Dilutive means that once or every time that you accept an investor in your company, you are losing some shares. So for you, even if you are trying to raise funds, you should try to attract the type of investors that you are looking, because on the market you will see that the investment market is divided per industry. So for example, if you are in tech, you may have different types of investors in the tech industries. They have their own values, they have their own preferences, they have certain criteria that they are looking. Some are really focused about you achieving some great actions, and others are looking other stuff, maybe the type of product that you are developing, something that is close to their experience. So about the fact to raise fund or not, I will say that first, what is your objective for raising funds? So your objective for raising funds, maybe if you are a pre-revenue startup and a technology startup, for you it will be good for you to have capital, maybe to finalize your idea, to have your prototypes, and to evolve. And if you don't have capital, your idea, I would say that your idea might not evolve at the rate that you would like. So before raising capital, you first need to assess what are your options. Now, for each options that you have on hand, you have to assess what are the pros, what are the cons, what is the best alternative for you as a business. So usually, because I would say in foreign countries, most of the entrepreneurs, when they have a good startup idea, once they already have something that's working, they raise funds. But yeah, in Africa, usually it's something that usually don't work, because on our African continent, I would say most of the investors are risk averse, so they don't want to take risk, because there is a lot of risk in our area where we are operating businesses. So if you have if you want even to raise funds, you might not most of the investors might not be ready to invest in your startup. One of the reasons that they will tell you is that you don't yet have traction. They don't have some confidence that your startup will generate some revenue later. I've seen a lot of startups that are pre-revenue with good tech, but suffering because they are unable to raise funds from certain type of investors, particularly in the Africa area. But there are alternatives ways for you to finance. Your business as a startup. So you really have to make a choice that fits your goals and your current situation. I don't know if to answer your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much. I have a better clarity
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I just wanted to add something to what he has said. I think he has captured essentially what needs to be covered when you are self-funding or bootstrapping. It means probably you have significant source of income or resource to do that, because there's a limit that you can go in the trying to run a business on your own. And definitely you need loans, but most, just like you said, you read, you are encouraged to at least use what you have in the first instance, because as you bring in others, even in debt or other investors, you are diluting your control and independence. You may find yourself going into negotiation, getting approvals before you do something. But essentially, we know that you need to bring other people into the business for expansion. And what does that mean? It means that these people, they may not only come in with funds. It might not just be all about funding. They will bring in expertise. They will bring in the experience. And, this could help you in growing the business faster than doing it all on your own. I just wanted to chip that in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Mr. Gabriel. So do we have any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, I can see Choma. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, just piggybacking on what Joel, on the question Joel asked. So I'm currently bootstrapping, and I took out some debt so that I'll be able to continue, took out a loan so that I'll be able to continue building. So my question now is, when I'm able to finally raise investment, how do I go about servicing this loan? Do I also need to let my investors or my potential investors know that, oh, okay, that the company has incurred some debt? Then also, how does the debt affect the company's valuation?
I can give a first answer to that. What I would like to say first in that is that when you have registered as a company now, so the first thing that you will start be doing now is to have a record keeping system and accounting system. It's fundamental. So if you have a business, as all of you are having a business now, you need to have a record keeping system and accounting system. So all the transactions that is affecting your business regarding cash, you have to record them in an appropriate way. If you don't record them, it's like you are mixing your personal stuffs with the company stuff, and it's very dangerous. For example, if you want to claim maybe some investment that you have made in your company, you have to have some records to prove it, and also it should be very clear. And about now the investment that you are making in your company, and when you are accounting it, it will first depend how you are accounting it. Are you accounting it as a debt or as an investment? So if you are accounting it as an investment, it's part of your capital. And if you're accounting it as a debt, it's part of a debt that maybe you will refund the debt maybe in 1 year or in 5 years. So that's the first question. So when now you are raising capital, I would say that there is a pre-money valuation. So you have to do the valuation of your company before raising any capital or before accepting an investor, because you have a pre-money valuation. That is the value of your company before the investment, and you have post-money valuation after the investment. So based on that, it will only affect the share if what you made initially was an investment. But if you took it instead as a debt, so it will not affect the shares, but it's something that you can take it back from the company later on when you receive investment. I hope it gives clarity. Okay.
Thank you,
Yes, it
Mr.
does. Then what about using instruments like promissory notes when taking out debts?
Instrument like?
Promissory notes.
What is promissory note?
Oh, promissory note, give me this money, and in return, and I'll pay you back on a certain period of time, or I will pay you back. If whereby I'm not able to pay you back within that period of time, I will pay you in, I'll give you a certain percentage of equity in my company instead.
Yeah, so what you are making is a legal agreement. So everything should work accordingly to the legal agreement that you have made between you and the third party. So if during the time is taken as a debt, it will be a debt and you have to refund the debt. But if the due date has passed, you have to take that into equity and redo your company valuation and shares of each of the parties based on what you have agreed, based on your terms and conditions.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Franklin. Mr. Gabriel, would you like to add to that? Any input?
Yes, as captured the essence of that question. But it is important to note that investors they are smart, so as they are coming, they will need that assurance. First of all, your financials have to be there. I've seen, entrepreneurs that would have lost, potential investors because the financials didn't speak, to what they are saying. So as founders, it is important for you, you may not be able to do this on your own, but get an expert. Let your records, financials be kept properly. It's quite important. And just like he has said, getting papers from people, to identify a debt, I don't think investors would want to accept that. So every agreement has to be, legally acceptable. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. So we have a question in the chat from Babatunde, so you can unmute now.
Okay, thank you, mentors. I have a pressing issue as regards fundraising, and this is the reality I'm facing. So there's a situation where I know the various ways and I want to make my money and how to achieve my $1 million valuation in the next 18 months. And the moment you pitch to an investor, some will tell you it's too much, but the reality of it is that you can't reach that. You should go and recheck. You should go and redo your financial projection. Thinking about it again, you have to go, okay, you start questioning yourself, am I over exaggerating, blah, 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 blah. And you tend to reduce it. And the next thing another investor tells you is too small. So I don't know why is it subjective to each investors and what is the reality. I made my own research and I found out that there are different ways several companies they make the money. Some they use a bamboo tree model where they are perfect and but they are not taking it high. And at a point they pump a lot of money to push the company to a very great market reach. So this is a dilemma for we founders. You are meeting an investor, is telling you that what you are planning, your projection is too much, is not realistic. You are meeting another investor, is telling you it's too small. Thank you.
I can start answering to your question regarding maybe your financial projections and your needs of the business that I would say that is not aligned with different investors' profiles. I would say that before doing even your investor pitch presentation, I think one of the great things that you can do, it would be first to understand the type of investors you are dealing with. For example, you can research maybe your portfolio of companies that they have been investing with. What are their preferences? What they are looking the most, the type of projects they are looking, what they are looking in those projects before making their investment decisions. Some really focus on traction first and financial projections. Some have other criteria. And so you have to identify key investors concern their profile. And the next step now regarding your financial projections, what I would advise is not to reduce and increase your financial projection based on what an investor is saying or not, but instead, I will instead ask you to do a forecasting based on multiple scenarios. So you can take a very worst case scenario that will require a lot of funds, and a very optimistic scenario that will require just small amount of funds. And every scenario should be backed with clear assumptions that you can use to assumptions, justifications, maybe benchmarks on the market that you can use to support what you are doing or what you are saying. And you can also seek feedback from mentors, from other investors, and iterate what you have done. So you have to balance optimism with realism to have something that is perfectly aligned with what you want to achieve. And you also have to communicate it clearly. And also the other point that I would like just to raise is that just in case you may have some technology products that will require a lot of cash, even for you to finalize first the pre-seed round. If you are maybe working on a technology intensive product, sometimes it's pre-revenue, you are not sure, there is a lot of risk. Sometimes most of the investors don't like to invest in those projects because they don't have some guarantees. And usually those projects, VC likes to, angel investors like to invest in those projects, but usually most of them don't invest. But you have some other alternatives like crowdfunding that you can use if it's a great social project that you can use to raise funds faster. So that's my answer to your question. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Choma.
Oh, okay, sir. I want to ask for Expo. In addition to everything that you've told us so far, what other characteristics do investors look out for? Because in my own situation, like I rightly mentioned, like I just mentioned, I'm currently bootstrapping. I've taken out a loan, but I realized that we're still building. But for us to be able to keep building, we need access to resources. We are also pre-revenue, so it means that we do not have the financials to back it up, but then there's records of our spending so far. So with what we have, would you say that, oh, okay, it's a high-risk investment, or it's something that is stable for an investor to come in, considering that we already do have a product? Other than this, what other character traits or what other characteristics or qualities do investors look out for before putting in monies in a company? Thank you.
Okay, I will leave the other investor go first, and I will answer the after.
Mr. Gabriel?
Choma, thank you very much. I think your question also aligns with the last speaker on. It is actually about the expectation of the investors. You see, the multi-scenario case that he has, Franklin has said, is important. I think what the investor requires is to see the justification and the confidence with which you believe in what you are doing. If I tell you, look, the amount you are presenting is too much, and you chicken out, that means you yourself, you are not confident about what you are coming up with. So the issues are truly about you believing in what you are doing. And looking at sometimes I always said encourage founders and entrepreneurs. The scenario outside Nigeria is different from what we have on ground. There's instability in Nigeria, and you have to factor all that in. look, for instance, you presented, you did a pitching, like say in March to an investor. Of course, by the time the exchange rate they come doubling, oh, you have to do a lot more work to be able to get, him to be convinced that your business is still viable. So is that homework, is that believing in yourself. If every figure that you are presenting, you should be able to justify it and answer questions around it. That would be the input I'll make in this regard. Essentially, what you are presenting, you have to have financials that will back it up, and it has to resonate with the needs of the investor. You cannot get, in fact, if you have 10 investors, you may go, 5 of them will say your presentation, the figures are high, and 5 also may say that they are low. It depends on their needs. It depends on the resources that is also available to them. So you have to take that into consideration when you are making your pitch to investors.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gabriel. So, Mr. Franklin.
Yes, so thank you so much for your contribution, sir. So what I would like to add is that before asking what investors look, I will ask the question to Chioma. So if you were an investor, I will ask you the question, what would be the main reason that you want to invest in a business or not? What would be the main drivers for you to invest in a business? So what can push you as an investor to invest in a business? I'm asking you first the question before giving my answer.
How much money would I get?
Okay. Yes, apart from having money.
Oh, okay. Then also, how does this align with my values and
Okay.
yeah, and my future plans?
Okay.
And
Any other?
oh, okay. Then 3, I would also consider the character of the individual that I'm investing in. Is this person going to use the money in for goods for a good purpose? Are they going to double it, or they're going to spend it? And it's going to me being able to understand that, I'll need to be able to do my due diligence on that person and see how they've been able to fare prior to the investments.
Okay. So let me ask you another question. If anyone comes like that and have suitable projects that fits with what you like, with your passion, they present all that information, and you have, let's say, 10 million naira, will you be able to invest immediately?
No, I wouldn't invest immediately, or I wouldn't give them that 10 million they're looking for. I'll probably give them 10% of that 10 million. That is, I think 1 million. Let's see how far they're going to get with that 1 million before I go all in.
Okay, and what will push you to give only 10%? So what's the reason that you are giving only 10% of that amount and not the full amount? What are the reasons?
Oh, okay, because I understand that investing could be a risk. Investing in a startup is a risk. And when you put your money, the startup could either fold or they could double it. And I do also understand that the startup investment, you don't necessarily get your monies back. And it's also it has a lot of other things that affects the company. There are a lot of other things, including like regulatory and government that could affect the growth of the business. So just to ensure that I'm on the safe side, just to ensure that I do not lose as much or lose more than I gain, I would rather just dip a finger in the water than dipping my full hands.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your answer. So I will just use your answer to answer the question back. So what investors are looking usually is when they already have a passion for your project, when you are in an industry where they like what they are looking, apart from you from having great market opportunity, having great things, they are looking 2 factors. So the return on their investment and the risk. And sometimes for some projects that investors are investing in, usually when the project is, I would say, what I've observed is that usually when the project is too suitable, has high returns, sometimes the level of risk is too high. So usually what investors are doing, they are trying to balance between the return that they will expect and the risk. And what you can do to make an investors get attracted to what you are doing, it's good that you have good financial projections, suitable financial projection. But they will ask themselves, they will try every time to confirm if what you are saying is right, because they want to be sure. So you are saying it's a good financial projection. They will try to ask you a lot of questions when you are doing your pitch. They will try to see even if there is a product market fit, if the product problem fit, everything just to make sure that is it really a great opportunity. So you have to give that confidence to investors that you are working on a very great opportunity that will give them money. That's why usually most of the businesses that are having huge traction, it's already a proof that is a great opportunity. You have huge traction, you have good customer reviews, you have signed up a lot of partnerships, a lot of agreement, you have a lot of supporters, you have a lot of good reviews everywhere, you have won awards with your startups. It's something that is attracting investors because they are seeing it as a signal that you are really working on a great opportunity that can give them money. Is your business model scalable? Yes. So if you are developing a business that is working in Nigeria and that can work in other countries in the world and customers are willing to pay, so you are tackling a very huge opportunity. So on that financial part, it's very attractive for them. Now, on the second part is the risk part. So usually they are very cautious about risk. So what if they lost all their money? What will you do? If they invest in your business after you remove that amount that they have invested, that you want to pay the debt that you told me earlier, and it remains not in the business. If they invest in your business after the customers don't pay, if they invest in your business after these things don't happen. So there are a lot of things, and so how could you give confidence to the investors that you have managed that risk aspect? Sometimes if you're a technology intensive startups, you can have patents, you can have IPs that give you an exclusivity on the market. For example, if you are designing a brand new car, you need to have some exclusivity so that your competitors don't copy your cars and kick you out of the market. For example, if you are having, for example, your startups, you have to give, maybe if you are purchasing huge assets, you have to give some exit strategy to investors that if it does not work, I have the option A, option B that we can implement and still recover our amount of money. So once you give them those guarantee that it's a very suitable opportunity and that you are able to manage that risk aspect, now they will be willing to invest even immediately in your business. Usually those are the two main criteria. It's true that they will ask you questions about your team, ask you questions about this and that, but they are just looking for that elements that can give them guarantee confidence in making their decision.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
everybody, but I have a follow-up question. So I understand that investors will do their due diligence on us. So how are we able to effectively do our own due diligence on investors, especially for
Okay.
angel investors?
Okay, yes, for some of the investors, there are different ways that you can do your own due diligence. First of all, usually most of those investment firms, they have a portfolios of companies that they have invested in. So you can even go on their website, you will have those companies, you can try a bit to observe those companies, you can try to get in contact with some of those funds that's where they have invested in, you can have just normal interaction with them that you would like to know what is their experience with this investor, something like that, and can give you a lot of clarity if you should go or not with that investors. And you can even also ask questions to the investor, because if you have a very great opportunity, you are the one that will be selecting investors. So you might say that I don't want these investors, I want instead that other one. So you have the power instead when you have a really great opportunity. Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Trevor, the technology has made a lot of things easy for us. So You can get quite some information even on the internet online about the investors, the companies they run, and I think that should help you. And you can even pay a visit to their location, and you can interact with people there without actually making your intention known. Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Franklin and Mr. Gabriel. Thank you for the insightful discussions. So we would quickly go into the breakout rooms. So the founders are required to create a feedback pitch prep. So it's in the chat. For this feedback pitch, they're required to prepare a 3-slide presentation. The first slide includes their latest one-sentence pitch. The second slide, their ask, and the third slide, their use of funds. So for their ask slide, they're expected to outline the amount of funding that they are raising, the financial instrument, and no other terms of valuation. Then for the use of funds slide, they're expected to outline the growth goals they need to achieve in 18 months to be in a good position of strength for their next round of funding, referencing FI's benchmarks page, and also provide a detailed visualization of how they will achieve these metrics with the money they are raising. So please, founders, remember you are to deliver this entire feedback pitch in 1 minute or less, and you will be timed by the co-hosts. So co-hosts, please don't forget to record in your breakout rooms, and we'll be going into the breakout rooms now. Thank you.
Shama, why not go into your breakout room?
Yes.
Ryan is already presenting.
Okay.
I sent it to you. Shoma, what are you doing here? No, not you. Shoma.
Are you going to reach out?
So I'll reach out to you directly, but you have to talk with, other committee members to come up with a suitable time and dates for the meeting. So you can just brief the team about, what plans you have in place already regarding the event.
Hello?
Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to commend the founders, your level of commitment and the passion you have for the project you are handling. I must say it's infectious. And I believe that the sky cannot even be your limit. Believe in it, and truly I appreciate this session, having the opportunity to, make some input into what you are doing at this point in time. I'll be available even if there are personal concerns that you may want to get across. I'll be available to at least schedule a time for us to talk. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're grateful.
All right. So does any other person have anything to add or say?
I have
about the
something to say.
program? Okay.
Oh, okay. So I have two pending deliverables that are marked incomplete, and I've reached out to you. You said we were going to work on it.
Wait, you said you have pending deliverables to complete?
Yeah, they were marked incomplete. I've reviewed
okay,
it
okay.
times.
Right, it's still under review, but I'll check on that and then we'll sort it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I guess we've come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, guys. And I'm still on WhatsApp. You can reach me on WhatsApp and, text or whatever. And we'll see you on your graduation. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. See you all. Take care.
Congratulations.
Rest for 1 week and let's
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats at this
Congratulations.
point. I
Thank you.
think it's a congrats to you guys.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Go
Right.
check your email, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Practice your
Bye.
You are going without the teaching for 3 minutes.